Welcome back to Sailing on LaVenture. We're headed to Little River, Coquina Harbor to get LaVenture ready to head south. It's cold, it's chilly, but beautiful weather. And we meet up with Sebastian and Summer, and they get some canvas work done, a new windshield, new sun cover for Lisa, new stack pack, lazy jacks, and then we are off.
It's been a long, hard season. I'm feeling weary to my bones. I guess that's my reason. I packed my bags and now I'm gone. Somewhere between the sun and the deep blue sea, that's where you find tender red.
So it's hard to believe we are starting our 4th season on Sailing on LaVenture, and we're kicking off our trip here, leaving tomorrow, Thursday, the 30th of November, and into December, down to Florida. We're projecting about a 4-day trip, and I think you're going to enjoy the crew this year. Craig Johnson and Peter Massa. Talking to Craig, he's really committed to doing some fishing and bringing in some fresh fish to eat. And then you may know from previous episodes, he knows how to cook them. So anyway, glad you're joining us this fall, and we are getting LaVenture finally prepped today. Crew arrives today, and departure tomorrow, probably about 7 a.m. So here we are. It's a beautiful morning here on LaVenture, and Sebastian's going to be here and Sunny to put a new stack pack on and finish this new Dodger that we can actually see through. Hatch covers were made this summer. We have those aboard, so those are ready, and they're working on the sunscreen for Lisa here in the cockpit that will just roll down, so that's pretty exciting. And the weather is just cold here, but it's calm, and we have kind of a calm day really tomorrow to depart. We're going to try and get off at 7 a.m. and start out with kind of a northeast wind for a good part of the day, and we're going to probably fly the Code Zero, so I'm going to get that rigged here this morning. Thanks for joining us at Sailing on LaVenture. So it's Thursday morning, November 30th, and we're getting ready to leave Little River, and it is cold. We had frost this morning, and the boat's a little slick, so we're waiting for the sun to come up before we leave. And cold first night, but we're ready. And Sebastian got all his work done, so the boat is just ready to get out and find warmer weather.
It's a bit nippy.
Little nippy this morning, right, Craig?
Yep. But beautiful. Good day to get going south.
Okay, so Craig's at the helm, getting comfortable here, and a little warmer out here.
A little nicer. It was really cold last night. Really unusual for this time of year here, and we survived. So
We did.
and now we're heading south.
So I want to let Lisa know that it was cold, but we were warm. We had, so Craig and I had a comforter and actually then a quilt.
Well, we didn't sleep together, Randy.
No,
Let's
no, we
get
didn't.
out. Come
No,
on.
we did. But but both our beds are similar and have similar bedding. Yeah. But
No.
but Peter had two quilts and a blanket.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Yeah.
It was.
So Lisa, we all stayed warm in our cabins, and now it's a lot warmer. So
It's
Now
a
that-
lot warmer here.
Yeah. Sun feels great, and you can see how calm the ocean is. So we'd like a little more wind, but we'll take it.
absolutely. So we're motoring because actually there's only 0.7 knots of a wind. So it's pretty calm out here. It's like glass. But
We got to get a little further away to do some fishing too, but
absolutely.
it's coming.
But we're headed to course and headed south,
Yep.
which is pretty awesome. Okay, it's about noon, and Peter and I just recorded our position. The wind's basically zero, if any, at 2:15. Our heading is 223 to a waypoint which is off Georgetown. And then we just keep heading out, but staying out of the Gulf Stream. But more importantly, Craig now has the fishing poles out.
We're fishing. So again, we're doing about the same as last year. We got the good flying fish lure out there, and we went with the blue and white today. So now we just got to wait and see if something bites on it. And we'll see. But they look good in the water.
Well, and didn't we see some dolphins here a few minutes ago?
Dolphin, that's what got my juices going, because you know when there's dolphin, there's got to be fish. So maybe we'll hit them.
Okay, I just got to show you, this is our first lunch at sea, and Craig is just making these wraps like incredible.
How can you not love a spinach tortilla wrap with fresh tomatoes, pickles, Swiss cheese, and turkey? Makes your mouth water, doesn't it?
Sure does.
I'm looking forward
Sure
to
does.
it.
doesn't
Yes,
it,
it
Peter?
does. Look at him. Craig can fish, he can cook, he can clean. Ladies, Craig is a catch. I'm just saying. So
That's the only reason Sherry's kept me around.
there you go.
I don't know.
Okay, we're going into our first night, Thursday night, November 30th. Here we're passing the entrance to Georgetown, and then we'll be kind of headed out, passing Charleston probably late or early morning hours, maybe 4, 5, 6-ish. So Peter's kind of catching up on stuff over there.
Hello, everyone. Tethered in.
We're tethered in, everyone.
Tethered in as nightfall is upon us, and whenever we're out on the deck here at night, tether in just for safety.
Absolutely.
Even though it is a calm night, there's no wind, there's no waves, we still want to be extremely safe.
Exactly. And on tap for tonight, Craig is warming up some soup. we're kind of all cold, so soup just sounded like the best thing for tonight. So we're definitely getting our soup and our jackets on and our harnesses and getting ready for the evening. The sun is setting as we speak. Well, it's about 5 in the morning, our first night. We've had some wind and not any wind and all over the place, and sometimes on the nose and sometimes sailing, so it's been an interesting night. Craig did a wonderful job on his ship getting us through Charleston, avoiding all the freighters coming in and out. Just did a bang-up job. And Peter did a good job on his first night watch as well. He had to avoid a few ships too, so we got a great first night here, and we have passed Charleston, so we're really making good time towards Jacksonville. So Craig got his first fish for the trip.
Sesame tuna.
Sesame tuna, awesome.
I know. Sesame tuna. Come on. Him cooperating was a skill. There we go. All right. There. Now I got it.
There we go.
First tuna.
Nice.
Lisa, we're eating tuna. I don't know if there'll be any left for you, but we'll save some.
Yeah, we'll save some for you.
We'll go back and get some more here. All right. We lost that one.
Couple of them. So second night, we are off the coast of Georgia, actually almost to Jacksonville, Florida. Okay, what are we looking at in that fog, Peter?
So in that fog, we have a U.S. Navy, probably a battleship of some sort. He's about 6 miles away from us, but there's so much fog and haze, we really can't see him. But it has the outline of a battleship. He's going about 22 knots. That's his, and it doesn't give you a lot of other information, obviously, but it's too bad that he's going so fast because we're going to lose him here soon. Very cool though.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, it is.
So what did you see last night on your night watch, which was pretty darn cool?
It was cool. So I was on watch 9 to midnight. Got out here, Randy and I talked about everything, made sure I was on, course and everything. Randy goes to bed, and about 30 minutes later, I hear a splash right beside me. I thought it was a wave at first, but it sounded different. So I looked over, and just when I did, a dolphin breached. And it was just close enough to the boat, with the lights coming off of the boat, you could see them. And then I saw another 2 come up right beside me, and they kept following me for 20 minutes maybe. Kept seeing them, so I stood up so I could see them easier. I tried to photograph them, but didn't have enough light. But it was awesome, because to do it at night, and one of them rolled so you could see the underside's a little lighter, and then he'd roll back, and they'd swim up to the front, and you'd lose them. They'd come right back, and they'd say hello, and it was awesome.
Once in a life experience.
It was. Well,
Yeah.
it ended up a twice in a life because then I go off watch at midnight, and about 20 after 11, I hear another splash. Of course, I'm tuned into it now. I look over and they're back.
Wow.
And I got to see them again. I stood up and they rode with us another 15 minutes or so, and then they were gone. It was fantastic. It was really, really cool.
So what was your day like yesterday?
It was a good day.
It was a really good
It
day.
was choppy, but man, we let the lines out in the afternoon. Caught us 3 tuna, so the girls will be happy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
love you.
And took a great rain shower, so I was all cleaned up after that. You can see my clothes drying behind me.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true.
And my shift night watch, I'm on midnight 3, and it was as dark as it's ever been. And that was fun to experience. You know, the moon was behind the clouds, and you had a hard time finding the horizon. So it was overall a great day.
So Craig, what did you think these swells were yesterday? So yesterday we had some pretty good swells.
I would.
What do you estimate, Craig?
I would say that we hit some that probably went 8 feet, maybe. When you're sitting and you're in the trough and that's up above your head, then you're figuring, I don't know, in my mind, 6 to 8 feet.
And they were consistent for quite a while.
Yeah.
I would say we had consistent 6s, Randy, you think? And then, like you said, 7 and 8s. It was a wild ride, but it was interesting.
Yeah, and they were swells, so
They
they
were
were kind of
swells.
rise gently and come down gently.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, and it was, like you say, the chop was a little unpleasant because of how we were running into it. And I think we all kind of felt that. And then you're on your second day, you're getting your sea legs and trying to adapt, and the body's telling you, what are you doing? So for us land lovers. And,
What do you Nebraskans do on the sea?
Exactly.
So,
So I do have to ask Craig this. I said, Craig, why did you get so wet? I have to ask, how did that happen?
we were fishing, of course, and it just started raining, and then when it rained, it was the clouds opened up, and so Peter and I are sitting there under the canopy, nice and dry and warm, and we look at each other. You know that rod's going to go off, and it did. So I had to wind the fish in, but it's all worth it. That's the way it is.
Okay, so we have kind of another calm day. Peter's already spotted some dolphins, and we saw some military ships doing probably some military games or whatever. And then the crew is just kind of enjoying the ride today.
Hello, people.
Hello. Well, I have to say this to Mike and to Cindy, his wife. These chairs that you gave to Randy are fantastic. I was feeling queasy the first couple of days, so I was coming out here to actually sleep, and it helped me get through that queasiness, having a great place to sleep. So once again, thank you, and I know Randy's very appreciative of that gift, so thanks a lot.
Okay, so we have a very momentous occasion here. We actually have about 8 knots of wind, and it's actually at about 50 to 60 degrees, so it's not enough for full sail, but we got the jib up and it's drawing, and we're picking up speed, and with a little bit of luck in the next hour or two, a little more wind, we'll be having the main up and sailing, and it'll be smooth sailing all night, and tomorrow we're hoping. This 3 days of no wind is just, we're ready to sail.
Pizza?
Pizza and ice cream.
Pizza and ice cream.
Pizza and ice cream, right.
Yep.
Very good.
Yeah, so this is Saturday night, our last night on this passage to Port Canaveral. And so the tradition on LaVenture, which if you've watched our episode, you know what that is. It's pizza and ice cream. So That's what's on tap for tonight. So it is pizza night. The pizza is a pepperoni 4-meat DiGiorno, which is one of our favorites aboard, and it is cooking.
Yeah.
Okay, Craig, what do we got tonight?
Randy, little DiGiorno pizza, and man, is it good.
Yeah, it really hits the spot.
Yeah, it really does. Having a hot meal and like I say, pizza is good anyway, so yeah, really good.
And look at your view. Okay, Peter, this is your first time aboard LaVenture's crew.
Yes.
And how have your night shifts been going?
You know, the first night, I was obviously apprehensive a little bit. It was a fairly easy night, but I did have to wake up Randy to have him come up and take care of a few minor things. But it's been exciting. I've learned a lot over the last two about how to steer the vessel just a little bit if I need to tweak it to keep us on the course. I did get an opportunity to steer it around another vessel, which was nice.
So we've had a little traffic, not a lot, but
yeah.
We've had some freighters here and there.
Yeah, which has actually made it a very good learning experience because I had to do it. You know what I mean? And just learning that has been exciting. Learning the gauges, how to keep which way's going this way, right or left. You know, so it's been a great learning experience. I'm kind of enjoying the nights. It was really dark last night.
But the nights are kind of fun, aren't they?
They are. You have time to think by yourself. You know, think
that's
about
true.
the beauty of everything you're seeing. Life slows down. It's all your time, you know.
Right.
You do have tasks. You got to keep an eye out for everything. But it's your time, which is kind of nice. Your alone time.
So, Craig, what happened last night?
We had an exciting night last night. We learned a lot and have some more to learn. So starting off, everything was going pretty good, and we were
Actually, it was going really good.
we were
We had a great
motor
day.
sailing and really rolling, and of course right after dark, then a little glitch showed up, and what we think happened, we'll find out today, is we think we caught some line in the propeller on the port side engine, and so we had to shut that down immediately, and of course all this happens when it's darker than dark out.
And we just refueled that engine with all our fuel.
And that was the other thing I was going to get to, was now we're using that engine because it's a little faster than the starboard engine, and we used all our fuel. so now we got the starboard engine running and feeling comfortable. Things are going good, and we're trying to figure out now, do we have enough fuel to get to where we want to go today? And so fortunately the gods were with us and gave us a little bit of wind late morning,
Which we haven't had all trip.
yeah. And so through the course of this incident, we had to put the mainsail up, take the mainsail down, put the jib up, take the jib down, trying to find really any kind of way to not run the engine.
So, Peter, you were a big help.
Well, hopefully. There was a lot to do to get the sail up, and the winds weren't very favorable, and we fought it a little bit. We did have a cruise ship behind us, which kind of made things a little more complicated.
But fortunately, Mother Nature came to the rescue, and we started getting wind. And again, like Peter said, it changed a few times, so we had to readjust and take down sails, put them back up. But we got that done.
Randy,
and
what did we see? You saw it first, right up front.
yes,
This was when that ship was still behind us, and he was closing on us, so he was then like 2 miles away. So we were watching him close. And Randy noticed a little flash or something up front. He glanced out and saw it, and I looked out the other side, and we both saw some type of a launch. So it was either a SpaceX or something was being launched. And with the clouds, it broke through the clouds, and we got a glimpse of it for 4 or 5 seconds, and then it went up into some more clouds, but it was really cool. It was very bright and neat, so.
Yeah, you know, that was an unexpected treat last night.
Yeah.
Was to finally, I guess Mike and I and Ellis saw one too, but you know, the past year or so, when we've been in and out of Port Canaveral, they've had launches, but we've never been able to quite catch it. And last night, with the clouds,
Yes.
it was like super cool.
It was
Peter,
very cool.
and we caught it just at the second it was launching. I mean,
Yes.
what are the chances?
Yeah.
But we saw it, and that was pretty cool.
It was.
There was a major tool that you used last night to help us when we were raising the sails. And I think we should thank Lisa for that.
Yeah.
What was that tool sheet?
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
think,
I don't
Craig?
know what you call that thing, but Lisa, it's bright. And boy, did it bail us last night. At least being able to see to the top of the mast and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
It was
the
awesome.
torch.
So,
The torch.
The torch, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, it made the difference because we could see everything we needed to visually see. And on the second round of us putting up the main, the first one we struggled a little bit, wind, and we couldn't see right. We didn't have our angles right. The second time went much smoother because we just did it. And Randy knew where I should stand with the torch at a certain point so that he could see the sails and the lines and the jacks. That was our biggest,
lazy
lazy, yes.
Yeah, lazy
Yep,
jacks.
those.
Yeah.
And it made it very nice. So.
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna turn us into the wind a little bit too. So we maybe will set. I won't, but that current I got to assume is going to take Randy this direction. Yeah, do you want a drag line, Randy, at all?
I'm gonna put one out.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when I'm ready and in the water, and then you can let me look at it first, and then you can take the teeth off.
Yeah. Now the wind's going to rotate us because it's going to grab this sail, but
Put that somewhere.
yeah.
So just turn the autopilot to standby. Got it. Put on standby.
Okay, it's on standby. Oh, the life of a captain. Some things you have to do, and this is one of the not fun ones, and that's to have to dive under the propeller and cut out seagrass, and we got some rope tied up in there. Captain's back on board, and he got a big clump of junk out of the prop.
It's exactly what Craig thought. It had some black fishing net line wrapped.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Got some grass. So
The important
I got the big clump cut away. Then I unwound the line that was wound around it.
Yep.
Once I cut it off, it came out pretty
Then it, good. Yeah, that's the thing. And like I say, Randy, it was good we stopped and pulled off that, because you could really ruin something bad if you keep trying to get it off reversing and forwarding. And
well, usually if it's grass, though, you reverse it.
grass will come right off.
But we
Yep.
knew right away after we tried that it was something more, so we shut it down and waited for a little bit of sun. And anyway, It's all
Yep.
done.
Good,
job,
well,
Randy.
that's-
Now we can get going.
Awesome.
Great job. Okay, Peter. So we're almost to Port Canaveral. Arrive there probably 9-10 o'clock tonight and be docked, and then we'll fuel up in the morning, and we may head to the Bahamas tomorrow, which is pretty exciting. But I thought I'd ask Peter some of the highlights of these first 4 days here offshore, doing an Atlantic passage in the middle of the winter. I mean, North Atlantic.
So the highlights, I'd say number one highlight would probably be the dolphins, because I love to see animals like that. We got to see a shark fin, so that was cool. And I'm going to add to that, I just saw a sea turtle about 20 yards off of our port, just probably minutes ago. So that was really cool. He popped up, his head came up, and he was under again. I just got lucky.
That's so cool.
It is. So that was exciting. I would say the 6 to 8 foot swells were kind of cool, because I've never been in anything like that. So that was actually interesting and neat. And I was starting to feel better, because I had a little bit of queasiness starting out on the trip, you know.
Right.
So I'm starting to feel that, but and it's all been good. I mean, even the issues we had, it's made the trip. You know, we have been able to work our way through them. And so, you know, the issues with weather, the boat issue with the, you know, prop engine or prop, and so it's all been very interesting.
Thanks everyone for joining us on our 4th season, our trip from Little River down to Long Island, Bahamas. We're on our way this episode to Port Canaveral. Thanks to the crew, Craig and Peter. Awesome. And also Peter's 360 camera is capturing so much great video. And thanks to Black Dog Sail Loft, Sebastian, Summer, you just did a great job on everything. We really appreciate it. Join us next week as we reach Port Canaveral and have a weather window, and then head to the Bahamas. Again, thanks for joining us. Please subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
On my skin.